Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble casa, my home in Livingston, Montana. Okay, I got another little boring story to tell you. But this story here is happened right here in Livingston, Montana, right on the Yellowstone River. Instead of telling you stories that happened way back in the past, this is a more current one. Actually, it's not that current because this incident happened here back in, I want to say, in 2007, 2008, somewhere along in there. Okay, I have got a 15 and a half foot ocean kayak. That's the name brand of it, ocean kayak. And it's not your typical kayak where you sit in the inside, slip on the inside. It's a sit on top, okay? It's a big craft. It's 15 and a half foot long, weighs about 65, 70 pounds, Okay. I'm not a very good kayaker, and I'm still not a very good kayaker to this day, but I've always wanted to get that boat out there, if you will, on the Yellowstone River and shoot some videos. Matter of fact, my video format is going to change pretty quickly here on YouTube, but that's neither here nor there, or the way I'm doing videos. Okay, I had made a successful run or two down the Yellowstone River prior to this incident happening, I do believe, okay, the Yellowstone River is a long river. Okay, from the time it comes in Gardner, Montana, into the state of Montana, from Yellowstone Lake, Yellowstone Park, it flows for 535 miles before it goes out North Dakota way. I mean, it doesn't have one dam on it. This is the longest free-flowing river in the state, in the United States, period. I know that for a fact. Okay, I have my wife or my son or somebody drive me up to a place called Mill Creek, Montana, which is, what is it? It's like 18 miles due south, 18 to 20 miles due south of Livingston. And on this one particular morning, and I put my kayak in, okay? The whole idea was I was going to fly fish and fish all the way down to what they call a slide area. I've got YouTube videos showing that slide area, but I was right outside of town, we have a place called Carter Bridge. Now, from the Mill Creek Bridge to the Carter Bridge is, you got to realize that this Yellowstone River is winding around like this. There is over 20 miles of river that I'm attempting to negotiate in one day, plus fish, which is exactly what I did. Okay, I get about 2 miles from Carter Bridge, something like that, mile and a half. Maybe I was only a mile from the bridge. I was getting pretty close, and okay, I'm a little ahead of myself. Too much coffee again. All during the day, as I was traveling down the river in my kayak and stopping and fishing and blah, 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 there was this party boat. And what I mean by party boat, there was this drip boat that I kept passing, and then they'd pass me, and I'd pass them, because they were stopping and fishing and all that. And I was stopping and fishing. That's why we were playing this leapfrog game, if you will. But I noticed that these fools, in this drip boat, they were guzzling booze, and they had a big bong, and they were taking big old rips of, smoking dope, which I don't really care about. What a person does with their private life is their business. But when they're in my domain, when they're on my river carrying on a bunch of crap, then it becomes my business. I mean, I sound like a redneck, but I don't care, because this little deal I'm about ready to tell you almost killed me. All day long, I'm passing these guys and they're passing me. I'm passing them, on my way down the Carter Bridge. That's my destination. And finally, I know I'm getting close to the bridge, and here these fools are parked in the middle of the river. And I didn't want to go around these assholes one more time, because, boy, they're having a party in this drip boat. Us people who live here in Livingston have to put up with this crap all summer long. And I don't like it, to tell you the truth of the matter. So I'm about, 100 yards from when I see this drip boat, and I see these fools sitting out in the river, but the river split off to the right. And I thought, okay, boy, I'm going to go around these fools, you know. And what it was, this is where I made the biggest mistake of my life. I got out of the main channel of the river. Never do that. If you think you know the Yellowstone River well enough just to float it anywhere, you don't know nothing. You just don't float the Yellowstone River anywhere. You would better know that river, because there's places where the river speeds up, slows down, all that sort of kind of stuff. But anyway, I veer off to the right, not really knowing where this little channel, this little sub-channel is going to take me. And all of a sudden, I went over this little tiny waterfall, not really, really steep rapids. You know, my old big old boat just going like that. And the water was washing. Okay, the water was hitting this rock wall really hard on the right side of my craft. And what basically happened is I went tearing down this rapidy waterfall-like area. That water that was rushing against this rock wall just rolled me right over. And I got a big old belt, a safety belt, if you will, wrapped around me, you know, and here I am. The next thing you know, I'm upside down. I mean, it flipped me upside down. The most dangerous position you could ever be in a kayak. Like I say, I'm not an expert kayaker, but I know enough about this stuff to get myself killed anyway. So there I am. I'm thinking to myself, boy, this is a nice looking view. You know, I'm looking up. I can almost see the sunlight and nice blue water and the bottom of my, you know, the color of my kayak. This doesn't mean any difference, but it's wheat colored. It's a yellowish color. But anyway, I'm looking up there at my kayak's on top of me, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, fool? You better right yourself up and get right, because you're getting all wet, and I'm still hanging on to my fly rod. I got a camera around my neck. All kinds of stuff's going on, you know. So with all my strength, I fought like a dirty bugger to get that boat flipped over. I never did get the boat flipped over. Matter of fact, I took a belt knife. I had a belt knife on me, you know, with a leather sheath, and I just about took that belt knife, because the biggest problem I was having was getting that safety belt off of me. I mean, it was pinning me into that. It kept me trapped in that kayak, and here, like I say, here I am flipped upside down. A very dangerous situation. I could have drowned. I could have cracked my head on a big submerged rock. There was all kinds of stuff that could have happened to me. But thank God I was able to fight around and get that belt loose, because I was getting ready to cut that big webbed belt right off of me. But after about 10 minutes of struggling and fighting, I finally was able to drag my wet, sorry self, my fly rod, my boat, and all that stuff up on this little island. I was on a little island right in the middle of the Yellowstone River. And man, I am one mad, drowned rat, but I'm pretty glad that I made, you know, I'm thankful that I come out of that river alive, you know. And wouldn't you know it, I'm getting my stuff all dry, trying to drain my boat and all this other stuff. And here comes those fools, you know, that party boat coming by me. You know, they're in the main channel, but they're coming by, and they're knowing damn well what happened to me. They're believe you me, if I ever see this kind of stuff again, me and them kind of fools are gonna dance, because these kind of fools are dangerous. All on the count of them partiers. I mean, sure, it was my fault. I made the decision to make that, you know, turn. You know, I go out of the main channel and all that kind of stuff like that. But if it wouldn't have been for them fools out there partying in that boat, none of this stuff would have happened, you know. But that was a really close call, because it was a fight. I mean, I'm not talking about just you know, when you got a mighty river like the Yellowstone and you're fighting the current and trying to ride a boat and trying to drag it and to save your skin and all that, you know, all at the same time, well, you know, you've been in for a fight. But luckily I was able to get everything seaworthy again and take off and go the added mile and get down to Carter's Bridge. And of course, I had a big wild story to tell the wife. But for you fools, the point of this story is, for you fools, You tourists that come up here and start screwing around on that Yellowstone River and start drinking a lot of booze and taking drugs on that and doing that kind of stuff, you know what? You deserve what you get. It's that simple. I hope that river eats you alive. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me carry on here, and we shall see you on down the trail. And like I say, take care of yourselves and have a nice day.